Message from the Hollow Earth. Hello, sisters and brothers all over the world. Today in this video we are expounding to you the message from the Hollow Earth's civilians. These messages were delivered by Dianne Robbins through her unbelievable book called Messages from the Hollow Earth. In a way, this video can be considered as a summary of that particular book of hers. Before we get into the messages, let me inform you about the messenger first, because I have already mentioned that this information is unbelievable but highly valuable. Dianne Robbins is a lady who lives in Mount Shasta, California. In her words, she says, "In 1990, when I was listening to the music of the Moody Blues and heard their song, 'I Know You Are Out There Somewhere,' it suddenly flooded me with memories, and I instantly knew there was a whole other world out there, just waiting to communicate with me. I began a process of meditation that reawakened me to the remembrance that I am a telepathic receiver and transmitter for the inner earth terrestrials and cetaceans. I also awakened to my divine mission and role for this lifetime. Since then, she communicates telepathically with the inner earth residents and shares that information in the form of books and some YouTube videos as well to the surface dwellers for the development of synchronicity with the life around and within our earth and help us make an effort to rise in consciousness. She is still out there giving messages, spreading messages about the hollow earth to the surface dwellers. Now let's talk about the messages. The message informs us that the earth is hollow. The earth's crust is approximately 800 miles from the outer to the inner surface. Because our earth is hollow and not a solid sphere, the center of gravity is not in the center of the earth, but in the center of its crust, which is 400 miles below the surface. There are layers of cavities in our crust in which lies subterranean cities connected to the one hollow cavity inside and to the surface caves outside through the underground tunnels which spreads all over the earth. Not just our earth, but all planets are hollow. Planets are formed by hot gases thrown from a sun into an orbit, and the shell of planets is created by gravity and centrifugal force, and the poles remain open and lead to a hollow interior. This process forms a hollow sphere with an inner sun, smoky in color, which gives off soft and pleasant full spectrum sunlight, making the inside surface highly conducive to growth of vegetation and human life, with only a long day and no nights. The hollow earth beings are very spiritually evolved and technologically advanced and live inside the interior core of our hollow earth. These advanced civilizations live in peace and brotherhood in the center of our earth, which contains an inner central sun with oceans and mountains still in their pristine state. The hollow earth cavity is still in its pristine state because they don't walk or build upon their lands. There are no buildings, shopping malls, or highways. They travel in electromagnetic vehicles that levitate a few inches above ground. They walk along streams, rivers, and oceans and climb mountains. But that's the extent of their foot contact with the ground. They leave the rest of their land to nature, because it's nature's land too. The governing city within the hollow earth is called Sambhalla. It is located inside the very center of the planet and can be accessed through the holes at either the north or south poles. The northern and southern lights that we see in our skies are actually reflections from our hollow earth's inner central sun, which emanates from her hollow core. They use free energy to light up their cities, homes, and tunnels. They use crystals coupled with electromagnetism, which generates a small sun with full spectrum lighting that lasts for 500,000 years and gives them all the power they need. The source of Earth's magnetic field has been a mystery. The inner sun at the center of the Earth is the mysterious power source behind the Earth's magnetic field. There are entry cabins all over the Earth where intersections can take place. Only some are currently open. In the 1930s, the tunnel entrances and passageways were closed off by the Hollow Earth civilizations because corporations at that time were misusing Tesla's technology to gain entrance into the inner Earth. The Hollow Earth's two main portals are at the holes at the poles, which were closed off in the year 2000 because our government were setting detonations at the poles to blow open entrances into their world. They have installed a magnetic force field around Earth's polar openings to further camouflage the entrances. This way, the openings are protected from air and land sightings. In the past, there were entrances to the Library of Portologus on the surface. One such entrance was the Library of Alexandria, which was destroyed by fire in AD 642. There is more landmass inside, 3/4 land and 1/4 water. And the land is more condensed than ours. Everything in the Hollow Earth is very carefully maintained to balance the ecological system of all life forms that reside there. There are several million Catharians, which is another name for Agarthians, currently residing in the Hollow Earth. There are Catharians who have incarnated as humans on the surface. There are also Catharians that live on the planet Jupiter. The tallest Catharian is 23 feet tall. There are 36,000 humans from our surface who now live inside the Earth. Over the last 200 years, approximately 50 surface humans went inside to live. Over the last 20 years, only 8 went inside to live. Mycos, one of the inhabitants of Hollow Earth, says through Dianne Robbins that once we were adrift in space, living on another solar system in the Milky Way galaxy. At that time, there were what you today call Star Wars. People were engaged in battles to control our section of the galaxy. These battles brought great destruction to planets and knocked solar systems off course. It was a dark time for our galaxy, and beings like ourselves yearned for peace to be restored so that we could continue our evolution. This is when we discovered the Earth. We left our solar system and traveled here, which at the time was a planet little known outside its perimeter. When we alighted on the surface, we were amazed and in awe of the beauty and tranquility of Earth. We explored the surface and found the open tunnels leading into the cavity inside. These were already existing tunnels from other civilizations, for the Earth is very old and our civilizations ancient. All planets have openings at their north and south poles. We migrated through the poles and found our nest inside. The inside is so clean, so pure, and so peaceful that from that time on, we never left it. Throughout the ages, we have enlarged and expanded the tunnels leading to the subterranean cities and surface as a means of travels for our inhabitants and yours. Although not too many surface travelers have used these tunnels, they exist for the future when more of you and more of us will intermingle and make the trip to visit each other. So the surface is dotted with tunnel entrances leading both to the subterranean cities and to us. This is how it is on most planets in your galaxy, where people travel freely to both the cradle and the rim to exchange information and to learn from each other. Your Earth has quite a history, going back into millennia of time. Unfortunately, its history isn't always peaceful, because once it was discovered, people fought great wars trying to control it and mine and remove its precious resources. Now, spaceports inside the Earth. There are spaceports based inside Earth's interior, inside her mountains, beneath the oceans, inside the hollow Earth cavity that will take you on jaunts out to your solar system so you can witness firsthand the life on the planets around you. They travel freely inside the globe, needing no passports. Their means of travel is non-polluting, using only electromagnetic conveyance and crystal power. Speaking about their physical structures and infrastructures, Dianne writes that their body is strongly built with height of maximum 25 feet to minimum 7 feet tall. They don't have asphalt and concrete streets, and they walk barefoot. Their clothes are made up of hemp and other vegetable materials. Their weather and climatic condition does not vary and remains constant at 21 degrees Celsius. They claim that weather condition and collective thought patterns are directly related. Their buildings and homes are all circular, for it does not gather dust. They don't have shopping malls and expanses of highways, nor towering buildings. They live inside cabins with opening faces inward towards the open, wide spaces of hollow cavity inside the earth. The message further informs us, saying that hollow earth inhabitants are in line with the United Confederation of Planets, division of the Aster Command, which encircles our galaxy, and solar systems which oversee our sector of the galaxy and solar system, and protect us from any outside intrusion intending to interfere with our evolution. Inner earth beings also have vast computer system which is based on amino acids and can plug anyone to vast monitoring network in the cosmos. The Agartha Network. Sambhalla the Lesser is as the United Nations of over 100 subterranean cities that form the Agartha Network. It is the seat of government for the inner world. While Sambhalla the Lesser is an inner continent, its satellite colonies are smaller enclosed ecosystems located just beneath the Earth's crust or discreetly within mountains. All cities in the Agartha Network are physical and are of the light, meaning that they are benevolent, spiritually based societies who follow the Christic teachings of the order of Melchizedek. Quite simply, they continue in the tradition of the great mystery schools of the surface, honoring such beings as Jesus, Sananda, Buddha, Isis, and Osiris, all of the ascended masters that we of the surface know and love, in addition to spiritual teachers of their own long-standing heritage. Now the question is, why did they choose to live underground? To that question, they answer as such. Consider the magnitude of the geological earth changes that have swept the surface over the past 100,000 years. Consider the lengthy Atlantean-Lemurian War and the power of thermonuclear weaponry that eventually sank and destroyed these two highly advanced civilizations. The Sahara, the Gobi, the Australian outback, and the deserts of the US are but a few examples of the devastation that resulted. The sub-cities were created as refuges for the people and as safe havens for sacred records, teachings, and technologies that were cherished by these ancient cultures. Now, let's talk about capital cities. Poseid, primary Atlantean outpost, located beneath the Mato Grosso Plains region of Brazil. Now, its population is 1.3 million. Another capital, Sonse, refuge of the Uyghur culture, a branch of the Lemurian who chose to form their own colonies 50,000 years ago. Entrance is guarded by a Himalayan lamasery. Its population is 3 to 4 million. Rama, remnant of the surface city of Rama, India, located near Jaipur. Inhabitants are known for their classic Hindu features. Total population of this place is 1 million. Singwa, remnant of the northern migration of the Uyghurs, located on the border of Mongolia and China. Total population is 3 to 4 million. Telos, primary Lemurian outpost located within Mount Shasta with a small secondary city in Mount Lassen, California, USA. Telos translated means communication with spirit. Its population is 1.5 millions. The dimensions of this domed city are approximately 1.5 miles wide by 2 miles deep. Telos is comprised of 5 levels. On the first level, it is the center of the commerce, education, and administration. The pyramid-shaped temple is the central structure and has a capacity of 50,000. Surrounding it are government buildings, the equivalent of the courthouse that promotes an enlightened judicial system, halls of records, arts and entertainment facilities, a hotel for visiting foreign emissaries, a palace which houses the Ra and Rana Mu, the reigning king and queen of the royal Lemurian lineage, a communications tower, a spaceport, schools, food and clothing dispatches, and most residences. Now on the level 2 there is a manufacturing center as well as a residential level. Houses are circular in shape and dust free because of it. Like surface living, housing for singles, couples and extended families is the norm. On level 3 there is hydroponic gardens. Highly advanced hydroponic technology feeds the entire city with some to spare for intercity commerce. All crops yield larger and tastier fruits, veggies and soy products that make for a varied and fun diet for Telosians. Now completely vegetarian, the Agartha cities have taken meat substitutes to new heights. On level 4, there are more hydroponic gardens, more manufacturing and some natural park areas. On level 5, it is a natural level, set about a mile beneath surface ground level. This area is a large natural environment. It serves as a habitat for a wide variety of animals, including those many extinct on the surface. All species have been bred in a non-violent atmosphere, and those that might be carnivorous on the surface now enjoy soy sticks and human interaction. Here, you can roam with a saber-toothed tiger with wild abandon. Together with the other plant levels, enough oxygen is produced to sustain the biosphere. Now, the language spoken in Agartha. While dialects vary from city to city, Solara Maru, translated as the solar language, is commonly spoken. This is the root language for our sacred languages such as Sanskrit and Hebrew. Now the government system of Agartha. A council of 12, 6 men and 6 women, together with the Ra and Rana Mu, do collective problem solving and serve as guides and guardians of the people. Positions of royalty, such as are held by the Ra and Rana Mu, are regarded as ones of the responsibility in upholding God's divine plan. The high priest, an ascended master named Adama, is also an official representative. Computers. The Agarthian computer system is amino acid based and serves a vast array of functions. All of the subcities are linked by this highly spiritualized information network. The system monitors intercity and galactic communication while simultaneously serving the needs of the individual at home. It can, for instance, report your body's vitamin or mineral deficiencies, or when necessary, convey pertinent information from the Akashic records for personal growth. Money. Non-existent. All inhabitants' basic needs are taken care of. Luxuries are exchanged via a sophisticated barter system. Transportation in Agartha. Moving sidewalks, interlevel elevators, and electromagnetic sleds resembling our snowmobiles within the city. For travel between cities, residents take the tube, an electromagnetic subway system capable of speeds up to 3000 miles per hour. Yes, Agarthians are well versed in intergalactic etiquette and are members of the Confederation of Planets. Space travel has been perfected, as has the ability for interdimensional shifts that render these shifts undetectable. Form of entertainment in Agartha. Theatre, concerts, and a wide variety of arts. Also for you Trekkies, the holodecks. Program your favorite movie or chapter in Earth history and become a part of it. Childbirth in Agartha. A painless 3 months, not 9. A very sacred process whereby, upon conception, a woman will go to the temple for 3 days, immediately welcoming the child with beautiful music, thoughts, and imagery. Water birthing in the company of both parents is standard. Height of the people of Agartha. Due to the cultural differences, average heights of subterranean citizens vary. Generally 6 feet 5 inch to 7 feet 5 inch in Telos, while nearly 12 feet in Sambhalla the Lesser. Age of the people of Agartha. The age here is unlimited. Death by degeneration is simply not a reality in Telos. Most Agarthians choose to look an age between 30 to 40 and stay there, while technically they may be thousands of years old. By not believing in death, this society is not limited by it. Upon completing a desired experience, one can disincarnate at will. Ascension in consciousness. Absolutely and much easier and more common than on the surface. Ascension is the ultimate goal of temple training. So friends, these are the main informations of civilization residing inside the earth. Most of their messages convey deep urgency to spiritual evolution of surface dwellers and development of eco-friendly and harmonious relation with all the life forms on the planet, including plants, animals, air, water, and Mother Earth as a whole. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to unravel the mystery of our very existence. And also leave some comments on the comment section. Thank you very much. Goodbye.